episode of Sisterical. I am Tiffany.
And I'm Amber. The last time we were together doing this, we were talking about all things spooky season and movies and stuff like that.
Yes, you gave us homework,
I
an
did.
assignment.
I did. I sure
Um,
did.
which was it? It was like movies and games. I did 5 movies and 5 games, and then like a movie and a game, like 2 of them.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I made a
So,
list.
sounds good. We did, talk about our lists beforehand. That way there weren't any duplicates. But
Right.
do you want to start with your first one, or should I go?
I'll start with mine.
All right, go for it.
Let's start it. Okay, so one of the movies that I picked was Poltergeist. Now I feel like that's a movie. I mean, nowadays maybe a lot of people don't know about it, like the younger generation, maybe. I don't feel like
Well,
it's that mainstream.
they did a remake of it not too long ago.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did.
Really?
Yeah. So even
Maybe
if
I
they
saw.
don't know the original one, they know the
Oh,
gist of it.
right. I did see the new one. Okay. Well, with the original one that was what, 1986 version? I think that's when that came out. Or it might have been
Sounds about right.
19. That second one came out that time. But anyways, um so I really like that movie. Uh if anyone likes paranormal, I mean that's just the movie to watch. It has a lot of crazy stuff in it. There's really nothing to touch base on it. But what I wanted to talk about was the cast of that movie.
Right.
So the little girl, if you've seen it, she's like, they're here. She died.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I think around the second movie, I think she died.
Uh-huh.
Um yeah, because on the third movie, I don't think she was there. I could be mistaken, but I know that she died. I can't remember what she died of. Do you know?
I don't know. I just remember hearing about it. Anytime there's a death of like a star from a movie that had to do with paranormal stuff, it always gives me like the heebie-jeebies.
Oh,
Because
really?
yeah, it's like, and especially when the actor or actress is young
Oh,
and they
yeah.
do this paranormal movie, and then shortly after, I mean, even if it's just years after they die, it's like, how do we know it's not connected to this movie?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up she died by septic shock.
Huh, how old was
So
she?
she was young. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, she died at 12.
Yeah, I just looked up.
Congenital stenosis of the intestine complicated by septic shock.
Wow.
Yeah, she died really young.
That's
And then
insane.
I could not have, wow, that's so sad. Um, that wasn't even the crazy one that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't know how she died. I
Right.
knew it was like with some type of sickness or something, but I just didn't remember what. But from that movie, the crazy one for that one would have been the sister in that movie. Do you
Right.
remember the movie?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
she was murdered by her boyfriend.
That's insane.
Yeah. It was like I don't even know the full like story. Let me see if I could like pop it up real fast. Um it yeah, killer John Sweeney. John Thomas Sweeney brutally strangled her. She fell into a coma in her West Hollywood home's driveway and died. I guess from
Wow.
like I guess from because he strangled her, like she passed out with the, you know how like if you like stop breathing, you get like brain, like
Yeah,
there's
because
not
the
enough
lack of oxygen
oxygen.
to your brain, like, stuff starts to die.
Yeah. So she
Wow.
died at the age of 22. She was younger than me.
That's dude, this guy only served 3.5 years in prison.
What? No.
Yes.
That's nothing. I feel like if that would happen today, like in today's day and age, like that wouldn't have flied.
He was convicted of voluntary manslaughter and served 3.5 years in prison.
What the heck?
How do you only serve 3.5 years? Like, I get it. It was like a heated argument, whatever. Like, I mean,
Like no, like
that
was it?
doesn't excuse murder.
Well, okay, so I have the story here. It's like Sweeney was a chef at a restaurant and both of them started dating. So eventually they moved in together in a one bedroom after a few weeks. Their relationship became very complicated because Sweeney's possessiveness and jealousy. I guess they had an argument when Sweeney yanked a handful of her hair. She had to save herself by fleeing to her mom's house. He showed up a while after, banging on windows and doors. Eventually, I guess the couple resolved their fight and started living together again. Um, she said that he grabbed her by the throat and tried to kill her a few times. Sweeney moved out of the house and then was living alone. And about like after a month, I guess he showed up again to her like rehearsal or something. Um she talked to him without opening the door but agreed to have a discussion outside of the house. That's when they started arguing. There was like thuds, couple screaming, smacking sounds. That was just the incident, and then I guess it gets into the crime description. Should I do a quick little run through of that?
Sure.
Okay, so I don't know who David Packer is, but apparently he called the police immediately, but they told him that the property was out of their jurisdiction because I guess he was hearing her scream. He then called a friend and went outside to find out that Sweeney was kneeling over her in some nearby bushes. Interestingly, he told Packer to immediately call the police. The police
Wow.
arrived after some time, and Sweeney told them that he killed his girlfriend and he also tried to kill himself. However, Dunn, which is the Packer dude, I think. No, no, no.
No,
I don't know.
Dunn
Oh, Dunn
is,
is a girl.
yeah.
Was still alive, but she was in a coma. She was transferred to the hospital, but never regained consciousness. Dunn, the girl, remained in that state for 5 days and then finally died on November 4th, 1982. Her funeral took place at a church of the Good Shepherd on the 6th of November 1982, and her resting place now is at Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery.
It's insane.
Dude, it makes you like look over at Alan, your husband, like you better not.
Yeah, no. I mean, no.
You're like, if anyone's going, you're going. That's
Right?
insane, dude.
That is
That makes like for
crazy.
anybody dating, like that's kind of,
Right?
you don't know who they are.
Yeah, you really don't, like, and that's what's so scary. And I think even nowadays, especially, like, with people meeting, like, on dating apps and stuff like
Oh,
that, you
uh-huh.
only really see what they want you to see. And it's
Yeah.
like,
I
that's
feel like you
scary.
have to really like you can get to know someone, like question them a bunch. I always say question them a bunch, but meeting in public places and not like bars. I feel like a lot of people are like, let's go to a bar. We'll meet up at a bar or like a club. And I think that just kind of like it's too crowded. Yes, it's in a public place, but it's too crowded and you're getting intoxicated in a sense. And it's like if you get too willingly to like, oh, I can put my guard down. I feel like if they're a psycho, they're gonna get you.
Right, right. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe that guy only got 3.5 years.
He should have got life. Like who just like I strangled her. And yeah, I'll see you in 3 years. What?
That's insane.
You know what? I'm surprised that he didn't claim insanity or whatever.
Right. Like
Because then
temporary
he would have
insanity,
just
heat of the moment,
yeah.
a crime of passion, blah blah blah, all that. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Wow.
Mhm. What's your movie? What was
Okay.
your yeah.
So you've seen the movie Psycho, right? From like 1960.
E yeah, it's been a while. But yes.
Okay, right. But so there were actually like quite a few incidences on the movie set, but really like the ones, okay, so the like body double for the lead actress,
Yes.
she was murdered on set.
She was?
Yes.
What? No
Yeah,
way.
apparently a handyman that he was working on the film.
Uh-huh.
He killed her, and he told the police that he did it in order to impress the director Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, like, oh my god.
he was saying that
People
like
are
he was obsessed.
insane.
Yeah, that basically he was obsessed with the director, and like I guess this is his way of like, let me show you how much I'm obsessed with you, and I'm going to kill not your lead actress, but her body double.
What the heck? Oh, I killed so well. Put me in your movie. I could do a good job. Like what? Where was
See?
he going with that?
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, but yeah, after that, like the director Alfred Hitchcock, like he told all the cast and crew, like, now we have all the motivation we need to complete this film.
What?
Like, I think it was more so of like, okay, think about it like when Paul Walker died. Like, we're gonna
Oh,
do this in honor of him. Like,
I get you.
now that this has happened, like we can't just let this movie flop and like not continue it, not finish it, and let this girl, even though no matter what, her death was in vain, like, but at least it's not like the movie that she was working on where she gets killed never even comes out.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, I think these are like crazy when someone's like murdered because I know that there's times where people die from films, but it's like accidental. Like I can't remember what movie it was, but someone got I think it was one with it was Bruce Lee's son.
You're talking about The Crow,
Yeah,
Brandon Lee.
yeah,
Um, Apparently there was something wrong with the prop gun that they used. Um,
yeah. It had a
and
real ammunition in it.
that is the ongoing like debate. Um, some people say that, some people say that, oh, it was just like not done well. Like there's all kinds of like theories. I mean, there's theories that because of who his dad was, like it was a hit.
Well, there's a theory that also if you've seen the movies about Bruce Lee, there's a movie, I forget which one it was, where I think he states too that there's something after him and his family, all the like sons or the men, and
Right.
with their like belief system, they believe that that's what killed Brandon Lee.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah. The Crow's actually one of my favorite, like all time favorite movies.
Oh, I love The Crow too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What's your next movie?
The Entity. Have you seen that one?
I don't think so.
Well, it's based off of a true story.
Okay.
So, spoiler alert, I mean, this came out in like 1980 something. So I don't really think that it's like spoiler alert.
Yeah, like
But
if you haven't seen that movie, like if you're like me and you haven't seen that movie by now, you're living under a rock. Like,
yes. So the film was released in 1982, but the actual incident happened in like the 1970s, and it's based off of a woman, Doris Bither, I think that's how you say her last name, and it was in California. So that's what makes it more spooky, just because that's the state we live in. And like
Yeah,
things happen here, but like you hear about like paranormal stuff in like different states, you know? Um,
Connecticut, like I hear a lot of them more like northeast. I feel like.
yes. Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
Oh, so basically it was like she kept having ongoing like ghostly incidents. She was sexually assaulted by three ghosts is what she stated.
Wow.
Um yeah. She was tormented. There was evil spirits. She had like paranormal investigations. She was trying to like get rid of, these ghosts and stuff. Um she thought I believe it was stated that she thought at some point that someone was breaking into her house because she was like being like choked and like all this
Yeah.
stuff in the dark. um I believe she had like she had children too, I believe.
Okay.
But like every time she would leave, it would follow her. So
Oh, so it
like
was like
she was
attached to her, like not where she was living or something.
Yeah, so it was attached to her. Um, the only thing I would have to do some research, but I'll probably come back to it because in the movie, there's this whole scene where they like trap it and then like in some like frozen, like I don't know, it's like some weird contraption, and they like it explodes and all this stuff. I don't know. But that's just the movie. I don't
Yeah.
know the actual ending of her story, like the backstory, like what was the end result of her experiences with that. But I just thought it was crazy that like you hear about the paranormal and how like I talked about it last podcast about like seeing things, windows, like doors
Yeah.
shutting, getting tossed around, but like to be sexually like
Yeah.
that took me. I
That's
was
just
like, yeah,
that's a whole nother like level of
uh huh.
paranormal activity.
It's like nope,
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Yep. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you.
Right? I'm good. What's your second one?
Okay, The Omen
Oh, that's a
from
good one.
1976.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you know the story of The Omen, right? Like you've seen it.
Yes, I've seen it.
Okay.
It's
So
basically about the Antichrist in a sense, right?
yes, the young boy Damien is the Antichrist. Um, so apparently there was a lot of bad things that happened on the set,
Really?
but yeah. So while there was a tragedy where the lead actor Gregory Peck, his son, committed suicide as the filming began.
Wow.
A crew member was seriously hurt in a car accident while they were driving to the set.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
the script writer's airplane was hit and struck by lightning while it was on its way to the film's location.
What the heck?
Okay, I'm not even done. An
Oh my
airplane, an
god.
airplane that Gregory Peck was on, along with the movie's executive producer,
Uh-huh.
was also struck by lightning in a separate incident.
What the heck?
Yes, yeah,
There
and
there can't be more.
that's not even the biggest one. Okay.
What?
So the crew had decided to use a private airplane to get from one filming location to another.
Okay.
Just after the plane took off with a few of the crew member on board, something went wrong and it crashed onto a road, hitting a car, which then crashed at high speed into another vehicle. Everyone involved in the accident, which was 11 people, all died.
Okay.
Like,
The heck?
so you have two airplanes that were struck by lightning at two separate times, and you have another airplane having, I guess, technical whatever, crashing onto a road and causing like a pileup of cars where 11 people died.
What?
And I mean, it was so bad that Gregory Peck refused to do any publicity for the movie.
What? That's
Yeah.
insane. I didn't that okay. I'm a huge horror fiend, I guess you would say. I didn't know that about that movie. No,
Yep.
any of that happened. Okay,
Yeah.
that brings me into my okay, I'm gonna combine two. Oh, hi Haley. We got Miss Haley again. Hi.
Haley
I'm gonna
Bob.
combine two movies right now. One of them's the Amityville Horror and
Okay.
The Exorcist. Now, it's not exactly the movies that I'm gonna talk about. It's the backstories on it. So, if you know the Amityville Horror, it's about the house and whatever, and like how they get terrorized. There was like 6 people murdered in there by the guy Ronnie Defoe Jr. I think he was like 23 when he did that at that house. And then the Lutz family moved in.
Yep.
Him and his wife and his 2 children. I
I believe
think it was
so.
like a boy and a girl, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, so obviously that is based off of a true story.
Hmm.
What I found very interesting, yeah, and actually if you look it up, it's super terrifying. Around
Yeah,
the
I
time
read
this
up about it.
huh?
I read up about it because I always heard like, oh, it's based on a true story, this and that. I'm like, well, I want to know the whole story.
Oh yeah,
So
that's so the whole story, the whole movie is very, I wouldn't say identical, but very close to
yeah.
what actually happened. But if you look it up, the Amityville Horror, there was a time when the incidents were happening that a photographer went into the house to take pictures, and you'll see a little boy. You'll see his eyes and stuff, and they were confused on who that was because when he originally took the photo, the house is empty.
Right.
So who's the little boy?
That's
There was that. The house is still standing till this day. The only thing that they did do was they changed out the windows so it didn't have that evil look to it.
right.
The connection between the Amityville Horror and Poltergeist though is the short girl that's in Poltergeist,
Oh
the
yeah, the
medium.
medium. Uh huh.
She actually went to the Amityville Horror house too, I believe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I believe so. Actually, fun fact: the actress who plays that woman,
Uh
the
huh.
actual actress though, from Poltergeist, she actually is a medium.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then The Exorcist,
Okay.
also based on a true story, but it didn't happen to a little girl. It happened to a little boy. That's the
Okay.
backstory on The Exorcist. But what's trippy about it is during the making of the movie, the actress, the little girl who plays, I don't know the name of the little girl who is possessed.
Oh yeah.
Um the not the actual actress, the character's name. I don't remember. I've never seen the film because
You've never seen?
I've never
You
seen The Exorcist because it freaks me out because of the fact that it's based on a true story and the stuff that started happening just because they made the film. A lot of the cast were dealing with paranormal stuff during it, and the actual actress who does the whole like possession scene and stuff, she has something that follows her now. She deals with paranormal her entire life now. On
wow.
top of that, people that are into like devil worship and stuff, they will periodically just watch that movie over and over and over. And things now, as a Christian, we know you have to watch what you see and watch what you hear. That's always been like of
Right.
caution. They watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Eventually, stuff starts manifesting within their life. It's kind of like messing with the Ouija board in a sense.
Yeah, I get that.
Talk
Mom,
about trippy.
mom refused to watch that movie. Like, I believe she
Yeah.
watched it once, and then obviously, I was like, I don't know, 11 or so, and I was like, I want to watch it. Like, I know it's old, but I want to watch it. And she's like, nope. So Paul watched it with me.
Oh, of course Paul watched it with you.
Like, he's like, I'll watch it with you. I was like, yay.
Oh
So
my,
yeah,
but
but
that's
mom was like,
scary.
nope. Yeah, I get
Well,
it though. I get it.
you've seen The Exorcist though. So,
Yes,
I
yes,
mean,
yes, yes.
you can fill in
I
all that stuff.
understand why. Like, people
Hey,
refuse to watch it. I understand why people that are very deranged are obsessed with it. And I can understand why, like, stuff would be happening during this movie and afterwards, like the making of it.
it's so gross. I've
That's,
seen
yeah,
scenes where like the pea soup scene because people make fun of
yeah,
it, you know,
right, yeah.
for actual makeup and stuff, like
Oh, man.
it's creepy. It's
It
creepy.
is. It's very creepy.
Yeah. What's
Wow.
your other movie?
Okay, so this one everybody's seen, everybody's heard of. You know, if you haven't seen it, it's probably because you don't like scary movies. Uh, but The Conjuring.
I liked the first one. After that, I didn't really like the rest that much.
There were a few that I liked. I felt like the Annabelle series went on a little too long, but going back to the original first one,
Uh-huh.
there were certain things. Okay, so obviously the movie is based off of true events. Okay,
Yeah.
regarding a family. I believe the last name is Perrin. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. Um, and family members would often come to the set, although the mother refused to.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, one of the times that the Perrin family was on set, I guess a really strong wind came up and like it seemed like it swirled around them. But other
Oh,
people noticed that there was a there were trees like across from them that were not moving at all.
what the heck?
Yeah. Um, the hotel room that the actors and movie crew were staying at caught
Yeah.
fire.
Whoa.
Yeah. The director was working late one night in his office, and his dog started growling at something, and so he like got up, went to go look, see what's going on, and why is his dog getting all upset, and he couldn't see anything, but the dog kept growling. It was like focused on something across the room.
Right.
Like he couldn't see it. It was just, but his dog would not like let up.
What the
And
heck?
yeah, um,
That's so
the
scary.
the uh, I forget how to say her name. Vera Farmiga, Farm whatever. The main, the wife. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So, uh, she was actually kind of like really scared. Like she wouldn't take the script home with her. She wouldn't read it at night because anytime she tried to, she would become paralyzed with fear. And
Uh-huh.
then sh- she remembered that one time she opened up her laptop and saw three slashes across the screen, like as if a creature like flashed at it.
Okay.
Like that's insane. Like how you some of these
I,
things, okay, like with the Omen and like all these accidents, it's like, oh, coincidences, okay? How do you explain what happened to her computer screen? Like there's no explanation for
yeah.
that. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, you speaking because you did mention Annabelle, you know that that's based off of a real story too, right?
Yeah, apparently all of the Conjuring movies and the ones that are connected to it are based off of true stories.
Yeah, the Annabelle story that they made the doll like an antique type
Yeah.
doll, but it was a Raggedy Ann doll
Yep.
that
Yep.
was possessed, I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
It was like back in 1970. Everything was like in the 1970s. What's up with that?
I don't know. I
Oh
mean,
my
and it begs
goodness.
the question, okay, was this really happening or was this all the hippy dippy people on their drugs?
LSD?
Like, you never know.
That's true.
Oh
Well, okay,
gosh.
so my last movie, and it's a movie that just came out not that
Okay.
long ago, I think. Let me see. It's called The Black Phone.
I just saw that not too long ago. But yeah, it did just come out
You
recently.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know. Okay, well, spoiler alert. I will be talking about The Black Phone with Ethan Hawke. So if
Yes.
you don't want to hear it, uh, stop.
Funny how, our last episode you were just talking about how
That's
much
so
you
funny.
loved
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke, and
I
here we are again with Ethan
he's
Hawke.
he's so hot. Anyways, that movie, I've seen Psycho from him. We just talked about Taking Lives.
Right.
This was like a whole other level of Psycho, I feel like.
Yeah, it was very
Like,
different.
I guess I won't say much about it. I guess I won't say much about it, but since you've already seen it, I can like just talk about it. There. I don't think there's anything happened outside of the movie like all the other ones that I've stated, but I just
Right.
wanted to say like that's a movie I feel like a lot of people should watch because it's like if you like horror movies and it's kind of like a horror thriller, um I would say it's a really good movie. I really enjoyed it.
I liked
Surprisingly.
it. Yeah.
There's a lot of movies that come out and it's like, eh.
Yeah. I prefer scary movies that's like a serial killer or like something that's actually, whether you believe in paranormal or not, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter because there are people out there. I mean, Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, like there's so many people that are serial killers that were serial killers. It's like this could happen. So those are the movies that always get to me because it's like you never know.
it's intriguing. Well, did they come out with the new? It's a Jeffrey Dahmer story on Netflix,
Yeah, it's called Monster on Netflix.
and
It
and
is Evan
Queen.
Peters.
Yep,
Evan,
Evan P.
yes,
Or circling back, Tate from American Horror Story.
Horror Story. Yes, yes.
I
But
haven't seen it yet. I probably should look at it.
yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to start watching it. I just haven't had the time. But
I
I'm
think
definitely
they
gonna
did really
start.
good casting though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But
with Ted Bundy, they used Zac Efron.
yes, yes, yes. There was actually another Ted Bundy movie that they did, and they used Chad Michael Murray.
What?
Yeah,
Chad Michael Murray's Bay. Hold up.
yeah, he is gay. But I agree.
Uh,
I agree. I have not seen it. I will say I have not seen it. I know it exists.
Chad Michael.
Um, I
What?
I believe it was a Ted Bundy movie.
I mean, I'd get in a car with him any day, but like, yeah,
And it
if
makes
he
sense. Like
had him,
he's a
yeah,
very attractive man. It would make sense to cast him, and so is Zac Efron, but as Ted Bundy because it has been stated multiple times that Ted Bundy was an attractive man.
yeah, yeah, I
So
get I didn't even know that existed.
yes,
That's insane. Have you seen the show You?
of course I've seen you.
Oh, that's a great one too.
Yes, yes.
Well,
Uh,
but there was something else I was going to circle back. So Ted Bundy, Zac Efron played Ted. Oh man, there was something else. I lost it.
oh jeez. Okay,
Lost the
well
serial killers.
try to think. I'm gonna go on with my last one, which
Yeah.
isn't that crazy. It's very tame compared to um the other stuff. But the Possession that came out in 2012 with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. There were some
Possession. Oh wait, hold
with
up.
the Dybook box. Dybbuk. Is that what it's called?
The Possession.
It's the little girl with the box and like the moths or butterflies or something.
I want to see. I've seen it. I'm looking at the picture of it. I
Okay.
wanna say I have seen it, but I can't oh my god, this looks terrifying. Maybe I haven't seen it.
Okay, so it was actually pretty good. It was very
Ooh.
2012 horror, but it wasn't bad in my opinion. But there
Oh,
were
no,
some
yeah.
things that happened
I
on
understand.
set. You have seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it, but what happened on set? What?
Okay, lights exploding out of nowhere. Chilly breezes coming through on a closed set. The storage facility that held all the props caught fire and burnt to the ground. There was no sign of arson or electrical fire. And in that fire, the Dybbuk box was destroyed. It was so
Oh,
bad that Jeffrey Dean Morgan felt very uneasy. And this is the guy who played John Winchester on Supernatural, where the whole series is about genie, well, bad genies, not the good genies like in Aladdin, but Wendigos and vampires and weeping women in white or whatever it's called. Like, and he felt uneasy about everything that was going on.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
that was insane. And then so okay, it's a scary thing. It's not a movie or a TV show or anything like that. It's actually on YouTube. And I'm wondering if you've
Okay.
heard about it. It's called Huggy Wuggy.
Huggy Wuggy. No.
Okay, so if you're able to look it up real quick, it's
Okay.
basically like this demented looking like Muppet, like Elmo went
Huggy
insane.
Wuggy?
Huggy Wuggy.
Um, I mean, it looks like Poppy. That's what's popping up though.
Okay, yeah, that. Okay, so but like there was this huge thing where it's like all these kids were terrified because of this Huggy Wuggy thing,
Yeah, it's from the
and
game Poppy. That's actually coming. That's one of the games that I will talk about.
oh, okay, well, but yeah, I remember apparently one of my daughters, Allison, came across these Huggy Wuggy videos and for quite a minute was pretty scared. Um,
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying.
yeah, it's definitely not kid friendly.
No, I would not. No. You know, speaking of weird movies, we'll get back. We're gonna. Do you have another movie?
No, that was my movies.
Okay, so this is a side movie that if you just want to feel incredibly uncomfortable, like it's just a very uncomfortable movie because you don't know what's going on,
I'm
for
scared.
one. And it's just weird. It's called Eraserhead.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm glad that's the route that you went and not a couple of other ones that I was thinking. So,
Oh. Well, no, this one it came out in what, 1977,
yes.
another 70s. I can't remember who the director. Oh, director, producer, and edited by David Lynch.
Yes.
You've seen it?
Yes, I've seen it. Yes.
Don't tell me that movie isn't uncomfortable. Like you're
It
just like
is. It is, but I was thinking of more of like
weird.
more modern movies that are very like disgustingly uncomfortable.
Like what?
Human Centipede.
That was yeah, that was a crazy movie.
That was disgustingly uncomfortable.
Have you seen one more movie? There's
Okay.
a movie that Keanu Reeves made where like some girls um like break into his house and they try to uh rape him, I think, or something,
What?
or what is, let me see if I can pop it up. It was I believe it's Keanu Reeves. I love me
They're
some
on
Keanu
Knock
Reeves.
Knock.
Is it Knock Knock?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I
It's with
haven't.
the two chicks, right?
Yes.
That's a good movie.
I
And
haven't
they're
seen it.
coming out with a, you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it. Is it on anything? Because I will definitely watch this like soon.
I don't
It is. It's on
know.
Hulu and it's on Tubi. All right. I know what I'm gonna be
Well,
doing.
that's a really good movie, but going to Keanu Reeves, Constantine, they're making another one.
I heard that. Yeah, I actually liked the first one.
Me too. Do you think Shia LaBeouf's gonna be in it?
No.
I hope not. He's weird.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked Shia like back in the day, even when he was in teen and when he did Transformers and all that. But I don't think he would fit the character anymore.
No.
So
He's
I don't know.
too, I mean, unless he like, nah, I don't see it. I
Yeah,
don't see it. I
no.
honestly don't. Um,
Oh, jeez.
I
So did
keep
you
saying this,
have what?
huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, what I was gonna say is, I have, I have one other like series, but it's about a killer, and it's just a documentary on it. Like a bunch of, it's called "Don't Fuck with Cats." I'm not gonna get into depth with it. We'll talk about this next podcast because I want you to
Okay.
watch it. But
Yeah.
it's basically amateur people that are online start noticing some very weird things from a specific user, and they go on a manhunt online to find this person, and it leads you down a huge rabbit hole. So your homework is to watch Don't Fuck with Cats, and I believe it's on Netflix.
Tell me why that this had to do something with like actual cats. Like
It starts off with cats. Think of what are the starting points to a psychopath.
they have a lot of pets. They hurt cats. They
No.
hurt. They hurt a lot of pets.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That's what
Okay.
starts it.
All right.
But
Okay.
games. Do you have games?
It's on. Oh, sorry. I was still looking at Don't Fuck with Cats. It's on
Oh, no
Netflix right
worries.
now. Games. Yeah, I actually do. So one I vaguely remember playing. Um, it was called Fear,
That's
but
the
I
one with the little
believe
girl that you were talking about, right?
yes, I believe that it actually that Fear stands for something. Um,
That's it.
I believe so. First Encounter Assault Recon. It's a psychological horror game.
Oh wow,
And
I never would have thought that it stood for. Okay,
yeah,
proceed.
neither
I'm
did I.
interested.
But the original one is actually it's old. It came out for the PS3. Um,
Oh, okay.
but I remember, yeah. So it's this elite group in the army tasked with investigating supernatural phenomena,
Okay.
and I just remember certain points. Like I remember it, like the it's a very dark. I remember like things kind of like popping out here and there, and I was just like, "This is." Like, I was like getting jump scared, from a video
Right.
game, and I'm just like, there have been very few games that have been able to do that to me, and I was very surprised.
Um, that's super. That's I've seen, my uncle Mark, sort of,
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
He's played it, and I think I've watched a few times, but I actually really want to play that game, and I haven't been able to. I might get it on Steam because I've
Hey,
been really wanting to play it.
right. You should definitely do
Um,
it. I like going back and playing old games sometimes.
I've never played it really, so that's why I want to play it.
Oh yeah, no, you
So,
should definitely check it out.
well, now that I just have to. I'm like, for so long, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look up gameplay and I'll just watch someone play. I'm like, oh, I kind of want to play it though.
Right.
Um, so for my games, I was gonna talk about five, but I'm gonna cut it down to three because
Okay.
two of them I already mentioned, which was Dead Space and Outlast. There's not really
Okay.
much to talk about it. They're very self-explanatory. If you know them, uh, Outlast, I would just say about it, it's just more of like a cult thing, and it's like people
Yeah.
devil worship and stuff like that.
Right.
But three of my other favorite, I guess, quote unquote horror games would be The Evil Within.
Okay.
That's a good movie. It's I wouldn't know if it's like horror, but I mean it's super fun to play. I like it a lot. Um I haven't played the second one all the way through, but the first one I did finish. and the first one's fantastic. Um,
Okay.
I don't really know much to what to talk about than just to play it. I mean, it's just more of like I don't even know how to explain the gameplay.
So it's
Like,
a survival horror video game. And the
yeah,
game was directed by the same blah, blah, blah. It was directed by the creator of the Resident Evil series.
yeah. Which you want to know something funny? That's what I was gonna talk about. Is that like the movies Resident Evil? I've seen the movies, but I've never played the game.
What?
I've never played the games, no. I've
Oh my
wanted to,
gosh.
but I've never
Dude.
played them. Well, I guess
Okay.
unless you consider the arcade version, like I've
No.
played the arcades one, but I want to actually play the series.
Yeah, those are fun, the arcade ones. But Resident Evil, the games, okay, I'll admit I never played like the originals because they were just too advanced when they came out to what my age was.
Right.
Um but like the ones that came out I think for the PS3 I played. I know me and Alan played one together because it was multiplayer and we
I
like beat
watched
the
a
game and
walkthrough.
everything. And
Oh, okay.
it was a lot of fun.
I should
Uh
probably play it.
You definitely should. Those are fun. You got all the zombies and yeah, all that stuff.
Well, the other game was the Little Nightmares.
I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
Have you? What is that other game? It resembles a lot of what is that game called? Now I'm drawing a blank. Now that I want to talk about it. Limbo. Have you played
Uh,
Limbo?
I don't think so.
It's a well, they all kind of look the same.
Oh
That's
wait, yes,
why.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, sorry, I had to look it up. I have played that game. Yeah.
There's another game that looks like Limbo too, and I forget what it's called.
Okay.
Um, but Little Nightmares. It's
Okay.
creepy. This has been out for a while, so I can actually go into depth a little bit more on this one. You play a little girl. I think her name is Seven or something.
Hmm.
She's a number, and you like go and basically you're trying to like find out what's going on and what's happening. You're in this orphanage. These people are like eating the orphaned children.
What the heck?
Yeah, yeah, you've never played it?
No.
Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, I kind of want you guys to comment below if you've played it. What do you think the backstory is on the janitor? Because I have my own theories. But that game, super fun. PlayStation. You
Huh.
should play it. There's DLC
Okay.
for it too. So,
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look for it because now I'm wanting to play
yeah.
video games again.
The last one was just Poppy, but that one's just like Five Nights at Freddy's, kind of.
Okay, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Still fun though.
Um, One game that I have not played, but because I saw somebody play it on YouTube, it makes me want to play it.
What is
And
it?
it's a VR game called Don't Let Go.
Don't Let Go.
Yeah. So Joe Santagato from the Basement Yard on his other YouTube channel did called Santagato Studios
Oh, is this the
played
one
this
you were
game.
talking about with the VR?
Yes. Yes, he
Okay.
played this game. And like it seems like every like time it's different in a way as far as what I guess I could just explain it. Like it's a VR set, so it looks like there's a velociraptor right in your face. It looks like there's a bunch of bees swarming around you. It looks like there's a tarantula crawling on your hand.
Oh, okay. So I kind of zoomed through it, but that's not like scary. Oh, wait,
It's
hold up.
it's scary if like me, I don't mess with spiders. I will burn down the whole damn house. No. So
Oh,
if you're
same.
gonna make me think that there's a tarantula crawling on me, or there was one that was a scorpion, no, ain't gonna happen. Ain't
That just-
gonna happen. I'll be terrified. Not gonna lie.
That reminds me because Curtis, my boyfriend, sent me a video. He's like, "Look, I rolled out my window for like 5 seconds, and there's a dragonfly in my car." And I'm like, "Nope, gotta burn down your house, your car, because like, nope, it's no good. Throw it away." Like,
No bugs. No bugs. Oh my gosh. But yeah, one thing that I just thought about was music. Like horror themed music.
wait, hold on. Before you get into music, the
Okay.
manor. Going back to games real fast. The manor
The
was
man.
the game that I try to tell you about. It's called Affected the Manor. It was on a VR, and you walk through a
Oh,
mansion,
okay, okay.
or you walk through a manor, and then things start popping out. Look that up. It's called. I'll put it in our Discord. It's called
Okay.
Affected the Manor, and if you play a VR game, you being the big sissy that you are, you would love
I,
it.
mhm.
All right, go into music. Tell me what you got.
Okay. Well, actually, before I get into music, video game movie based on video game that's not a real video game. It's called Stay Alive. It's Sophia Bush is in it, Frankie Muniz is in it, and I can't think of the rest right off the top of my head. But
Oh man, the cast of that.
the video game, the movie, this video game, it's like this beta version. Nobody can get it. Blah blah blah. Dude
Yep.
works like whatever. Okay, gets a hold of the video game.
Sophia Bush was in it.
What?
Sophia Bush was in it.
I've just said that.
No, and hold on, Milo,
Milo. Yes, Milo.
whatever. He was in that movie
He very shortly. Yes,
as what?
he's one of the first victims.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
that's right. Oh, he's so fine. Okay, anyways,
Uh-huh.
go ahead.
So, however you die in this video game is how you die in real life. So, being somebody who likes to play video games, somebody who likes to play, scary video games,
Yeah.
that was very intriguing. Is it the best movie? That's debatable. I personally enjoyed it. It's older, like early 2000s, but it was amazing. I loved
Dude, that's a great movie. Like
it.
the movie as in like the premise of it, like what it's about with the whole video game thing. I think that was great.
It was. It was.
I
But
love that movie.
now onto music. There's
Yeah.
this band called Ice Nine Kills, and they have two albums that are both, I don't even know how to explain it. They're
Oh, they look creepy. I just looked them up.
okay, so first of all, I got their first CD when I went to Warped Tour with mom.
Oh,
Um
oh.
so that's how I got introduced to this band. And then I found out that they were coming out with a CD that the songs were all inspired by horror movies.
Okay.
So the first album is there's a Nightmare on Elm Street song, a Friday the 13th song, a Halloween song.
Oh yeah, I seen
Texas,
their like concerts. They dressed up as the characters.
yes, they did a song based off of the Texas Chainsaw, or inspired by Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Saw, The Crow, Jaws, The Shining, The Devil's Rejects, Edward Scissorhands, um, Silent Night, Deadly Night, An American Werewolf in London, and It. And that was just their first one.
That's I'm gonna are the songs good at least?
I like them. I like their music. I like them. Their second one was they had songs inspired by Cabin Fever, Child's Play, Psycho, Pet Cemetery, Resident Evil, American Psycho, My Bloody Valentine, Hellraiser, The Fly, Hostel, The Evil Dead, Candyman. Like,
That's a lot.
yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to look this up because
So
that's
the band is called Ice Nine Kills, and the albums are The Silver Scream and The Silver Scream 2. I have
okay.
not I have not heard The Silver Scream 2. I heard the first one, I honestly did not know that there was a second one, but oh, it came out last year, so I'm not necessarily as
You're
up
not
to
too
date on
bad.
music, so I'm not too far behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. I thought even their first, I believe it was their first album, um their songs were very story like, and they were very like, I remember one is about, I believe, a guy killing his girlfriend.
What?
Yeah, the songs were very creepy, and I like them. I like them a lot. But um one song that probably doesn't sound as creepy as it is, it's not by this band. It's by Avenged Sevenfold, and it's called A Little Piece of Heaven.
Okay.
You've heard that song, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, the whole song is this guy killing his girlfriend, having relations with her body. Um,
Necrophilia?
yes, you didn't know this?
No.
That's why part of the song he's like, "That's why I got a heater for your thighs."
Oh my god.
Yes, and then in the song he talks about how she comes back basically to seek revenge and kills him, and then they decide, okay, we're gonna have a zombie wedding and like live forever together because
What?
yeah.
I did not. That's
Watch.
wow.
There's an animated music video.
You have to
Okay,
send it to me on Discord.
I will send it to you on Discord. I will find it. I will send it to you. But
Well, that's ew.
yes, ew. But that's the thing. It's like so many people that just like the band or just like that type of music will play it and listen to it and even probably sing along without fully registering what these lyrics are saying.
Oh my, I got one. I got a
Okay.
music. Okay. And it's gonna tie back into paranormal stuff too.
Okay.
So you know Aleister Crowley?
Yes.
Ozzy Osbourne made a song called Mr. Crowley. So
Yep.
he had his own home and he disappeared in his home.
Yeah. Yep.
And apparently people think he has like a portal or he opened up something and he walked himself into hell.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Page, the guitarist to Led Zeppelin, lives or was interested in the occult
Hmm.
back in 1973, and I believe he lives in his house. But I can't remember if it was Aleister Crowley that happened. I think I'm gonna have to like look it up. But I remember my dad telling me a story about this band. It could be Led Zeppelin, it could be Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know. I'll look it up right now. Where they're all like basically getting loaded, like getting drunk and all that stuff in their recording studio,
Uh-huh.
and they see a guitar. It like starts strumming in like the corner, and then it levitates, and then it shoots up and gets stuck in the ceiling. And supposedly, it's still stuck up there. Have you heard that story?
Wow.
I don't remember who it. So next time we come back, I can't remember the other thing we have to do. Oh, you have to play the game Little Nightmares and
Yes.
watch Don't Fuck with Cats, and I'll
Yes.
come back with the guitar thing.
Yes. We should both at least watch the first episode of Dahmer, the new Dahmer series.
Yes,
Okay.
we
And
should watch it together.
okay, I'm down. Uh, and on a lighter note, are you watching Hocus Pocus this weekend?
Oh yes,
As
yes.
yes, as
I
will
would
I. I'll be
watch
watching
it
with the girls.
now if I could.
But next time we get together, we'll be giving a little input about Hocus Pocus and
Yeah.
what we think as quote unquote millennials that grew up with this movie when this movie came out. And, we have this nostalgic love for the original Hocus Pocus.
Yep.
We'll be giving our review of Hocus Pocus 2.
I'm scared.
I am so nervous because I love it. So, what I do is I go into these situations with, okay, this movie's gonna be horrible, they're gonna completely butcher it, and if they do anything better than that, then okay, it's a win.
Oh, right. So you make the bar really like
The bar is like 6 feet under. Okay?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like,
All right.
yeah.
Well, we're just gonna have to watch it. So last podcast you gave basically us homework. I'm giving you homework now. So
Yeah.
you have to play, or at least you can watch the gameplay of Little Nightmares because it's super fun. You have to
Little
watch,
nightmares.
yes, Little Nightmares. You have
Okay.
to watch the documentary Don't Fuck with Cats, and that's on Netflix. Hello,
Gotcha.
Haley. And and then together we have to watch that series on Netflix, the Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yes. Yes. And so everyone's just gonna have to come back next week and see what my reactions are to Little Nightmare, Don't Fuck with Cats, and our mutual reaction to the new Dahmer series, along with Hocus Pocus 2.
Yes, and I'll figure out the story on the guitar ceiling thing.
Yes, 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 yes. Because we need to feed into spooky season. Like,
Yes.
yes. Well,
I'm
now that we
excited.
have all of our assignments
Yep, until
done,
next time.
yep, we'll catch you guys next time. Come back and hear about all the stuff we have planned for the next episode.
Because this was hysterical.
Oh God. Bye, guys.
Bye.